Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to show you how you can create a very simple survey using SnappyForge. This should take only a few minutes. So the first thing we're going to do is click New Form. I'm going to give my form a name, and I plan on using this on my website, so I want it to take up a little less space than normal. I'm going to make it take the standard small with the labels above the fields, and it'll kind of compress it when it's on my website. Everything else I'm going to leave as default, and when I click Add New, here we go. First things first, I'm going to hide the ID column that's created. This only applies to add mode, so in edit, when we're looking at other people's responses, we'll be able to see ID here. The next thing I want to do is pull up some of our questions. So, first thing I'm going to do is create a yes or no response. Do you like the design of our new website? Manual setup. And a couple of things I want to do with this question. We're just going to go down the line. First things first, validation. I'd like to make this required. And save that. And the next thing I want to do is control some of my static list items. So we're just going to say yes. And we're going to say no. And of course, you could always add more responses, but for brevity, we're just going to go back and forth. The next thing we'd like to do, is click and bring out a text box. That's a bug. It doesn't even matter what I use right now. Let's just pull it out. So occasionally when the form disappears, it's just a bug. Your form doesn't disappear into the ether. It's just a small bug. It's still there. So we're also going to make this field required. The next question we have, do you own your own website? That would be another yes/no question similar to this. I would set it up the same way. How many employees do you have? Let's just keep this short and sweet to the point. So normally you can just drag out a text box and then add a field validation rule. That would make it an integer, but we can just do that with this integer box, and here's that ugly bug again. Let's just do that again. How many employees do you have? So if we go into control validation for this, you'll see it's already saying it's digits, so it'll only accept a numeric input. We're also going to make it required. And save that. And the last thing I'd like to do is drag out a checkbox list. I knew that was going to happen. I want to call it, what features would you like to see us do next? Again, we're going to do manual setup. And then we're going to make this also required. But we're also going to add some content here. Now for these, we're just going to give them values of 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get to that another time. Now if we click Add New, here's our survey. Now, one problem that we're going to have here is when we want to make this open access. We want people to answer our survey. So we would want to open the security tab up for that. But even if we give add access to open access, which means anyone on the internet, they would see the form. They would not be able to see the save or cancel button. In order to see the save button, they're going to need to have a message for the form mode add. And the reason for that is that when SnappyForge is looking at this form and determining who has access to it, it's going to say, oh, they have open access. But the save and the cancel buttons both take the user back to the list view, which does not have open access, and as such, we can't show them that. But if there's a message here, then it'll allow the save button to be shown. So when the user clicks save, they will get a message instead of going back to the list view, and that'll be the end of their journey. And that would be it. So that's all you need to do to create a simple survey within SnappyForge. Maybe in the next video we'll show you how we're going to embed this on our website. Have a great day.